It's a whole new era for the Miami Dolphins. The sky has parted. We can see the sun. We have a future.
Thank you,
Chris
Jesus.
Grier is no longer in the front office running things.
Ha ha ha
Welcome to the
ha.
Fintastic4. I'm Tony. We got Jose, Jeff, and Nick. So, are
We're
we as
here.
happy as little girls, guys, or what?
Man, there's no greater feeling right now.
Fresh
Uh,
start.
yeah, I just wish they wouldn't make any player moves right now. Although I think Jalen Phillips was an okay move, but I feel great. I feel great, Tony.
Jeff, your
I don't.
silence.
I don't feel great. I hate to go through a whole nother rebuild. It takes, could take years before this all comes back together. I'm sad that it failed. Chris Grier was a nice guy. Everybody liked him. He was just terrible at his job. And so here we go into another rebuild. Hopefully, I'll live through this rebuild.
Nick, dumpster fire, or are you happy?
I mean, it is a dumpster fire, but I guess this is a step into the future. I mean, I don't know who's going to want the job if they don't have a say in the head coaching spot, but
Mhm.
we'll
Well,
see.
I think that's just cover right now.
I think that the head coach is safe as long as we're stuck under Tua's contract. This coach is the one that gets the most out of Tua. So until we can get rid of Tua, then we've got the coach.
Well, let's Greer being let go, leaving. I love the press release saying it was because they mutually agreed. We
Right.
know that's not true. Okay, it's never. Nobody in the middle of the season goes, boss, I think I kind of suck. So I think it'd be better if I just leave and dump my 6-figure salary. Okay, no, that didn't happen. I love the story about why finally Ross said enough's enough. I don't know if you guys have heard it. The rumor is that after the game, he talked to Greer. Ross talked to Greer, and he asked Greer what was the plans for the trade deadline. And Greer said, "Well, he's just going to sit back and wait for people to call him." And supposedly Ross was like, "No, no, 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 no. You're just waiting for people to come to you. That's not my kind of general manager." I guess he figured that out after 12 years and said, "Okay, you're done. You're done." Um,
Has it been
He's
12
just
years?
looking
It
for
seems a
something.
lot longer.
I think he had it. It was just something that he could just grab onto and go, you know what? That's just not the Miami Dolphins. And you go your way, we'll go our way. And let's just agree to that. But I think Ross just was fed up.
it is strange to see a general manager let go in the middle of the season, though. That's
Before the
usually an
trade
off
deadline.
season. That's
Yeah.
usually an end of the season type thing. Um,
I think that Ross wanted to put the word out there that position is open, and then that gives him more time and more people that would want to apply for that.
the interim GM, Champ Kelly. What do you guys think?
Don't know much about him. He came from the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
The Raiders aren't doing so good, and they haven't drafted too good. And I don't know about their personnel decisions, so we'll see.
He was the Bears director of pro scouting for a while, which that doesn't really instill confidence.
Yeah, right. So let's get somebody that was working for the Eagles,
Mhm.
or working for Kansas City. Some guys that put those rosters together. That's who we need to look at.
He was he parted ways with the Raiders earlier this season. That's another thing. If the Raiders think you suck, how good
Yeah,
can you be?
he's not good enough for one of the worst teams.
One of the worst franchises in football. I'm sorry, Miami Dolphins are probably the worst franchise in football right now. Uh,
Well, hey, so where was Jalen Phillips as far as contract was concerned? This was it, wasn't it? This was his last year. Was he going
Yeah,
in free agency?
he's a free agent after the end of this year.
Yeah.
And
So
and
it was a good deal to get rid of him, get that
yes,
draft pick.
yeah. So
That's
Champ Kelly came in and he unloaded somebody who has no contract.
that was
And
guys.
Got a third round pick
and
for
get
it.
a third round pick for it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Saying in case you guys hadn't heard, trade. I thought that was a great trade myself because Jalen Phillips is one of those guys. He makes headlines because he gets some sacks, but two years in a row he's been knocked out because of injuries. He's not good against the run. He's perfect for the Eagles. They'll bring him in on 3rd and long and tell him to rush the passer.
That's
and he'll make highlight reels. And people go, oh, the Dolphins let another one go.
He'll always be fresh.
He'll always be fresh over the Eagles. And, that if he lasts the season, which is something he hasn't been able to do throughout his career.
Have we kept an eye on the trade wire here? Because I know the deadline just passed.
No more trades for the Dolphins.
Okay.
I was watching on social media. Everybody was getting ballistic. But
I wish he could have moved Tua.
That's not happening. Who wants to? There's no team out there that's that stupid.
The Raiders. Speaking of the Raiders,
Raiders got some
room. I'm
room.
not saying that nobody would trade for him. They won't trade for him with that contract.
He would have to renegotiate. There'd have to be some renegotiations and stuff. I think this is the way I see it playing out. The season is a bust. The Dolphins are looking at college football. All the people in the front office are watching college football games. The season plays out. The draft comes. This is supposed to be a great year for quarterbacks in the draft.
It's not.
You sure?
It's supposed to be a good. Last year sucked. This year's supposed to be good.
No. From what I understand, there's nobody out there. There's no franchise quarterback out there that somebody would want to take with the first pick. And there's not one guy. There's just not one guy.
I'd take Fernando Mendoza in a second.
Carson Beck.
No.
Dude, don't start.
So this is how I think it's going to play out. I think that we're eating Tua's contract for another year, and we're going to keep McDaniel, and we're not going to draft a quarterback number 1 this year with our first pick because there's just no franchise quarterback out there. We need to wait another year. I think, and use those picks to build up the team. So then the following year we can go get our franchise quarterback. So, and we'll be rid of Tua. Either that or he'll move into the backup quarterback position. And I just don't see anybody out there in college right now that I think is a franchise quarterback, big, 6'5",
you just described Fernando Mendoza, 6'5".
Yeah,
125 pounds.
He's not considered a blue chip, franchise quarterback, first pick player in the draft.
Right now, they have him listed number 2 on the stacks of quarterbacks. Dante Moore is number 1.
The Jets are going to draft Fernando Mendoza, and he's going to just beat the crap up, be a thorn in the side of Miami Dolphins for the next 10 years. Haynes King, also the guy from Georgia Tech. I've seen that guy. He is good. All right.
The guy from South Carolina, 6'3", 240 pounds. That's a quarterback. That's a solid base, baby.
This is
like a linebacker.
As I was saying, the Dolphins are going to draft a quarterback or bring in another young quarterback. Tua is going to go, okay, my career is over in Miami. If I want to play football anywhere, I'm going to have to renegotiate my contract.
Yeah.
And he'll do it. He'll do it to go play some other, because that's just,
Well, he flew the signal the other day, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to do it until after next season because who's going to turn down $50 million? I'm not going to renegotiate a contract where I'm guaranteed $50 million.
He'll still get the money. He'll still going to get $50 million, but he's going to spread it out over time. Yeah. In fact, it's probably better for him that way too, tax wise.
Miami just say, we just drop you. You don't want played football. How about that?
No.
And in order to play football, you're going to have to renegotiate that contract.
A lot of quarterbacks, a lot of Marino renegotiated his contract. He didn't take a dime less. In fact, I think he even got more money, but he extended it and made it spread out the salary. And Nick, for the love of God, say something.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
You don't want to get fined?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Say something. Come on. Let's do it. Come on. I'll bleep it out and edit.
Huh? Bleep it out. You're going to bleep it out? All right. Fuck this team.
I'll tell you, it's hard. It's hard watching.
Oh,
that was a hard game to be at.
Even throw a Hail Mary at halftime.
Yeah, this week.
Fall.
Yeah, this week was a hard game to watch. And our fans were not there, and their fans were. Right, that's the loudest I've ever heard the opponent. I'm just gonna be honest with you. We've seen a lot of opponents come in, but that when Tua was like, well, the crowd kind of screwed us over. It was that was a bigger crowd for the Ravens than it was for Miami.
Yeah, they were louder.
Yeah, and Jeff, remember we were going up the escalator, and everybody we asked, they were like, "Yeah, we're here till Monday." Yeah, we're here till Monday, right? So it was all a vacation for all the guys, everybody that came from Maryland. They were here for the weekend, right? They stayed. They took Friday off, and they were there all weekend long.
Nick's still here. He didn't even leave.
Yeah,
that's right. He keeps throwing. Yeah.
Could you blame the Dolphin fans for being sitting on their hands and not? There was nothing to cheer for.
They're not there.
Guys, it's a business, and if I'm paying money to go see the Dolphins play and they're not entertaining me, okay,
keeping it close, at least that's better.
It's a shame, but
they didn't keep it close.
Anyway, Nick. I think we're losing Nick. I think Nick.
They're embarrassing.
I think Nick needs therapy.
They are embarrassing. I'll tell you. Number 11 should not see the field the rest of the season. He better learn his lesson from that play where he ran into his own player and Andrews got a free touchdown. I don't know what.
Okay, I'm going to throw it out there. I'm going to start with you, Nick, so get ready.
All right, here we go.
You're the new general manager. What are you doing at the end of the season?
Time to trim the fat. Time to get rid of some of these guys.
Who? How?
Who?
Yeah.
We got to get rid of some of these offensive linemen. Just
again.
Paul can stay. Ruger can stay. But I don't know about the others. I don't know. I know the one guy's a rookie, Jonah. So we'll see what happens with him next year. But the other two, I think it's the right side. We got to work on that.
Well, those are injury replacements. The starting right side has been out all season.
Who is that?
Jackson, Austin Jackson, and I can something.
Well, we need to get quality depth then. We just do not have quality depth, and we need to figure out how next year to get more guys involved in the offense, receiver wise. I don't know what's going on. We can't get anybody except Waddle the ball and HN out of the backfield.
I look at the way I see it. I look at the receivers. The Dolphins have quality receivers. We just have a piss poor quarterback. More and more, I think Tua is devolving as a quarterback. Yeah. He's seeing less of the field. He's got happy feet. That's without question. He get in a nice solid pocket and he's still dancing around. Well, anyway,
he's playing scared.
Wide receivers, we need a player out there that's big and athletic. We're throwing 50-50 balls to guys that are 5'8". We did a fade route on 4th and 1 to Devon Achane, who's being covered by a 6'4" safety. He's got no shot at that, even if you throw it in the field of play. I
That
think he
math
threw the
ain't
ball out of
mathing.
bounds.
In the end, it
It's
takes a
stupid.
perfect throw, and right now, Tua is not perfect.
Not even close.
And even a perfect throw. The guy is 6'4". He's 5'9".
Jeff, you're general manager. What are you doing?
I am stripping the roster and getting as many draft picks as I can get together. I'm just going totally draft picks, whatever I can get for, there's certain players like Nick said that you want to hang on to, but everybody else is fair game. I want to parlay draft picks. I want to trade draft picks for more draft picks and get more draft picks. Get a ton of seventh round picks and trade a bunch of them for a third round pick. That kind of thing. Just get as many draft picks as I can get. And if there's a quarterback that's available that we feel good about. If not, then I'm gonna hang on to the coach and Tua for one more season just to we can get more draft picks. They'll keep losing. We'll get more. I see this as a 2-year draft pick. Get all the draft picks we can. Trade draft picks in this draft for next year's draft picks. Just go crazy getting draft picks, as many as we can possibly get together. And then after the second year, that's when you got enough draft picks, enough draft capital, enough to build a team, a solid team.
So you're saying, I'm not sure, but if I read between the lines, you're saying draft picks.
Yeah. And like I said, not a 1-year process. I'm not trying to get draft picks for this year. I'm just trying to build as many draft picks for the following year because it's going to be at least a 2-year rebuild, right? So your second year is when you want to maximize your draft picks. There may be a quarterback out there the following year that you really feel strong about. We'll see.
Jose, you're general manager. I swear, if you say draft picks, I'm going to reach through the screen.
I think if we can't unload some of those big contracts, we're kind of stuck in having to go get a bunch of rookies and riding out those rookie contracts. So we're kind of stuck in that motion right now because of that big ass contract. But if I can unload that contract, then I just start adding talent, right? Do what I can in the draft and then work some free agency because I'll have $54 million of space because I don't have to pay Tua. So that even if I have to give the other team, 15-20 million dollars, right, and kind of split the cost with Tua for a couple of years, it's better than the dead cap space that we're talking about. And we can get a few more free agents, right? And look, I don't understand it. Why can't we just go get it like a Flacco? Like Flacco can take us places, right? You look at some of these quarterbacks, these journeyman quarterbacks that come in and they take you a distance. And when you're building, that's really what you need is a decent quarterback that's going to take you places. Doesn't have to take you all the way, but you're competing and you're adding to the depth. I think Nick hit the nail right on the head. Is we got zero depth in this team, right? So we look good. We're a paper tiger, right? We look great on paper. That starting lineup starts, right? But then we never see that starting lineup the rest of the season. So, we need some durability. We need the 5 E's, right? That's we need it. We need everything. The problem is what we need, we don't have in draft capital, no matter how many picks you trade up and down, right? We don't have the cash. We don't have the picks, right? We gave some of those picks away to get some of these guys, and now we've traded some of those guys away or they're hurt. So, we're in a tough spot. I don't envy the new GM coming in, right? Because it is kind of a mess.
Well, that's why I say it's a two year deal. We're going to have to tank for the rest of this year and then the following year in order to get the draft capital to do it. That's why I say we
we
just
need
keep
to
touring the coach and we just keep losing.
Right.
we need to
Unless,
also
go ahead,
We
Nick.
got sweeten the pot with Tua.
we have to evaluate these coaches at the positions, the tight end coach, the wide receiver coach, not just the head coach and the coordinators. We need to make sure we have the right guys in these roles that are coaching these guys up and having the next man ready.
I agree. I
I
kind of like what's going on in Indianapolis. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Get the owner an earpiece.
I like the owner. I don't know if it's good. The owner just opening up his wallet and following blindly, right? Or the owner trying to learn the game and understand at least the operational levels of head coach and coaching and inevitably general managing, so you don't make the big mistakes like Ross is making. So I appreciate that. Right. And they're 7-2. You can shake your head, but they're 7-2 and we're 2-7. And we got a guy that just opens up his checkbook and, he follows blindly. Listen. And then every once in a while he wakes up and he makes a pick.
right now for the Dolphins, until they fix the Tua situation, nobody's going to want to come here. First off, they won't be able to pay anybody to come here. All right. And nobody's going to want to play. If you're a wide receiver, anybody, you don't want to play with a team led by Tua. Now, there's certain ways I literally think that they're just going to sit down with Tua and go, hey, your days of the Dolphins are done. Okay. If we have to keep you, we are on the bench and we'll eat it. But the best thing for you to do, we'll let you go out there and make your own deal. Teams have done that before. Make your own deal. You got to restructure. No team's going to touch them unless you restructure that contract anyway. See if you can restructure it, do it, and go play. Just as long as you don't sign for an AFC East team, we don't care.
No, we want to
sign for an AFC East team.
Yeah.
The Jets are hiring.
The
Jets are hiring.
That's terrible.
Well, the problem is even the Jets are dumb. Well, then again, the Jets might be dumb enough to sign him. But
They would.
But nobody's going to want to come here. I mean, even if you're a first or second rounder, a projected first or second rounder in the NFL draft, you're not going to go, oh, hey, the Dolphins want to interview me. I'm busy that day. Okay. Nobody's going to want to come here.
I don't know whoever was involved with that contract should be fired. All of them.
They did that already.
Every single one of them. Anybody who touched the contract, anybody who could have leaked the contract, anybody that was associated with the contract, that knew the contract, should be fired. Because it's checkmate. It's literally checkmate. And Tua standing behind the king.
Yeah.
He's the best agent in football.
Yeah.
To get that contract.
He doesn't have to do anything. He doesn't have to negotiate nothing. Right. And if we let him go, he get paid.
All right, guys.
Checkmate. I don't understand who would sign such a contract. There's something about a contract that we don't know about.
It's a new day. Let's just be thankful we got rid of Grier.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the way that the main legacy media now all of a sudden, like the last 2 weeks, kind of deciding, oh, Grier was not that good of a general manager. Well, we've been screaming about it for 2 or 3 years now. That's the good news. The bad news: the next team the Dolphins play are the Buffalo Bills.
I don't even want to predict that game. Let's just skip the predictions this week.
Gonna see a flu out there.
We're predicting. We're predicting.
No.
Nasty.
I'm predicting the Dolphins winning 42-7. Josh Allen, Haley Seinfeld divorces Josh Allen as an embarrassment, and then go, Taylor Swift didn't have to go through this. And no, man.
I'm not jumping on this parlay. No way.
Oh,
where are the Bills at?
Honestly, with the change with Grier, there's also talk that Jalen Phillips was kind of like not really the right person to have in the locker room.
Oh, really?
He was like complaining and bringing other players down and things like that, and that's why they got rid of him. The other reason why they got rid of him. So we'll see.
Well, I saw his interview when he got to Philadelphia, and he was extremely happy.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
So he don't want to play for any other team.
This is
to me, this is going to be the most interesting game of the season because forget the season's over now; they're not going anywhere. But this might be one of the most interesting games to see how the Dolphins, the players that are on the team, still react. Are they
it's a resume? They got to build a resume.
They got to build, and also if they're going to be in on it, if they want to be here for the rebuild, or or are they just going to phone it in? So we'll have to see. Nick, what are you expecting this against the Bills?
I want to say we're going to win, but I'm just going to say realistically, we're going to lose probably 38-17.
Sounds about right.
Jeff? But I'll be there, trying to pull out a win.
Mm-hmm. They just had a real tough game and they beat the Chiefs. Who knows? We might catch them. The Dolphins might catch them like looking ahead to next week. You never know.
Who are they playing next?
Who, the Bills?
The Bills.
After this week? I don't know.
They're playing the Bucks after us.
Ooh, that's a tougher game.
That is a tougher game. They're looking ahead
to the Bucks. They're looking past us.
Yeah, they're looking past us. I think it's going to be a closer game. Right? It's going to be 35-28 Miami in a shocker. They're going to shock the world.
Nice.
Nice. They're going to shock the world 35.
The shocker.
They're going to find a new way.
But hey, so there's you know what? There's been some fight.
Bleep that out.
In this team all year long. So I think it's personal between this team. I don't think we're gonna roll over for the Bills.
Jeff, I'm sorry, but this season has been a lot of stink and not enough of the pink. So this is going to be this is not going to be a pretty one. So, but it'll be interesting. I want to see how they do. All right, guys, like, subscribe. Come on, give us some questions. Yell at us, make fun of us. We got Jose, we got Jeff, we got Nick. I'm Tony. We'll see you next time. Who knows? We might be giddy, or we just, who knows?
Dead inside.
Just saying it. This season sucks.
It's tough season. It's a hard season to watch.
Oh, this is tough.
They'll be there.
Yeah.
Now I know what it feels like to live in Cleveland. See you later, guys.
All right.